salutations, what to do with Sadot the Gamer, all father, do game, know the vibes, like subscribe, let's get it. Happy Friday, Durag Nation. We are back once again for a Suicide Squad stream this time, because a lot has happened with this game. It's gotten pretty crazy. We got a bunch of news that happened today. Even more news since that last patch drop, so we're going to break all that down. I'm live, of course, on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Make sure you drop a sub over on YouTube. Twitch, a little more different when it comes to subs. But if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can sub for free. Otherwise, drop a follow. You can, of course, become part of the conversation, join the community, become a member of the Discord. It is free for everyone, but you have to become a YouTube channel member to access the members only area. But if you're looking for friends, looking to squad up with anyone, definitely !join and become a member of that Discord. What's up, Neo? Cool. What's up, Luis? Original, what it do? What's up? What's up? Video game with D Savage. So last time I streamed Suicide Squad was the day of the new patch, and as most of you know, that new patch did not go well. It did not go well at all. This was, if you're a former Avengers player, you're pretty familiar with this sort of patch. It's the sort of patch that was supposed to fix a bunch of stuff and then fix nothing. It just made it worse. So if you weren't at the stream, yeah, my whole multiplayer is completely broken, so I can't play multiplayer at all until they fix it. But it got worse. WB came out on a call and said that the game had underperformed their expectations, though they didn't actually give any information on exactly how much it sold. But fortunately, we got a developer blog right on time. They did not skip this week, and they confirmed a brand new update is coming. This one hopefully goes a lot better than the last one. It's pretty tough out here, but they acknowledge that they're looking for some fixes for the stuff that is affecting players so far. So we'll just break it down real quick. They said, while some of the login issues previously reported have been addressed in the latest patch, we are aware that some players are still encountering difficulties logging into the game. We're working on these and we'll continue to update the community in future patch notes. So fortunately, still don't have a definitive fix for the not being able to log in problem, which definitely, not great. For players experiencing lag when playing in multiplayer sessions, we believe this patch has helped to alleviate this issue somewhat. For players who are unable to join multiplayer sessions entirely, that's me, we are actively working on this problem. So that's one of the things that popped up after the latest patch. So we're going to be waiting a little while for them to find a solution for that one. A mastery progression issue. Despite a fix for players unable to progress to higher mastery levels being included in the resolve issues waiting release section of our known issues, we were not able to include it in our most recent patch. We'll include this fix in the upcoming patch. So there are a lot of people who couldn't progress to their mastery levels because of a glitch. High Ruler, a content creator that covers the game, was one of those people, but they did find a fix for it. They just didn't include it in the last patch, probably because, based on what I know about development, probably didn't have time to test it, is my guess. Like if it's already resolved and it's not in the patch, that means they just didn't have time to test it before the new patch got shipped. So that's probably what that is. So that's coming in the next patch. They encourage you to if you're experiencing issues, contact customer support. Last patch also, they buffed Raising Hell so that you can earn more Prometheum by doing those objectives in Metropolis. Unfortunately, that's bugged. If you close the game, it resets to level 1. They did not address that in this blog. Hopefully they fixed that as well. They talked about the current meta after they nerfed Burn. Burn definitely got over nerfed. They need to bring that back a little bit. They did mention here some really cool changes. In season 1, they're including 3 new incursion missions. So previously we thought they were doing 6, but they're adding 3 more to the ones we already have. And you only have to play 3 out of the 6 in order to unlock your mastery levels. The 3 additional incursion missions are what they call combat incursions. These are unique and intense combat encounters that give you more freedom to experiment and explore the best ways to complete the mission. So on paper, that sounds good. Pretty much the sending signal is the only one that people really like playing, like invasive species and world's unfair. Not very popular. Don't really enjoy those. Hopefully it's 3 per episode and not just 3 in the season, because we definitely need more. Because if the 3 new ones that they add are really good, then that will be an end-game rotation of 4 missions. But ideally, we'd have more than that. Because I know people are looking for an excuse not to play World's Unfair and Invasive Species. And another update, they mentioned they're going to fix Boom and Affliction immunity modifiers after feedback from the community. And that's going to be happening in the next patch. Affliction immunity will now cancel on any damage taken. And Boom will not trigger for suicide strikes and shield harvesting kills. So that's great news for, in particular, King Shark and Harley mains. Another change that we're looking to make in an upcoming patch is to increase the amount of damage that countershot steal to Brainiac in the Mayhem mission. That's definitely a way to make that less horrible. As for killing time, this is shout out to Tricks Ridiculous. This is the thing he proposed. We want this to be a fast-paced fight for survival, which puts your skills to the ultimate test. Therefore, we're planning to change for episode 1 that will keep the mission contained to a more concentrated area, resulting in more intense battles. That one is a dub for sure. Shout out to Tricks Ridiculous. He mentioned that which is true. The killing time in theory was a great idea. You know, like an endless horde mode, that's great. But the problem with killing time, which is why I just stopped playing it after like a couple days, is that it's too spread out. Like instead of like a horde mode where you know you're continually fighting enemies, you have to run around this giant map looking for enemies to fight, and it just wasn't as fun, and it made it really not worth your time when in regards to farming. So that's definitely a big fix. Any news about only the Brainiac mission being an Elseworld mission? No other incursions? I don't know what you mean. There are currently including Brainiac, there are currently 4 incursion missions in the game. There's the Brainiac boss fight. There is sending a signal, World's Unfair, and invasive species. Those are the 4 current incursion missions in the game. They confirmed. I just read this, but they're adding 3 new incursion missions when season 1 drops, and these are combat focused. So they sound in theory much better than what we have, but we'll have to wait and see them in practice. Any thoughts on the didn't? I went over that as well, but for those that missed it, WB confirmed that they said in the call that the game, with their investors, that the game didn't meet their expectations so far, which is just flat out just a stupid thing to say, just in general. Like, we literally just went through this with Avengers, at one point there was like within at least they gave that even with Avengers it wasn't as bad. Like even though it was bad that Square threw Avengers under the bus, especially after it sold so well that first month. The problem is that they didn't even give Rocksteady the same amount of time that they gave Avengers. Like we're not even at season 1 yet. And if you read the rest of the transcript, they were basing the comment about their quarter being disappointing compared to last year. Like they set their expectations for the performance of their games division this quarter based on Hogwarts Legacy last year, which is unbelievably stupid and shows that they learned nothing. Hogwarts Legacy is not the standard that they should expect going forward for their games. The fact that they would use that to determine how they're going to judge their game divisions shows just how out of touch they are. There's absolutely no way. Like Hogwarts Legacy legitimately is one of the most successful games of all time. And a lot of that was powered by the controversy around it. Like there's absolutely no way they should have been comparing future quarters to Hogwarts Legacy. That's insane. So if those are their expectations, Rocksteady never had a chance to begin with. But they didn't actually reveal the sales yet. We're still waiting for those numbers. We know Suicide Squad sold relatively well initially to some degree. We just don't know the specific numbers. We know it was number 1 in pre-orders on PlayStation. We know after only 2 days in January, it was the 3rd best-selling game. We just don't have the full data on the player numbers. But they should definitely not be talking about how successful the game is without like even waiting for season 1 to come out. Like that's crazy. Especially if they had expectations of, well, we made billions of dollars last year because of Hogwarts Legacy. I guess we should expect that's crazy. There's almost no game to ever exist that has sold as well as Hogwarts Legacy did that first year. Expecting that again when your major release is Suicide Squad is ridiculous. Is that the Metropolis bug? Is the Metropolis bug still there? So so the no new patches come out yet. They confirmed there's another patch coming up. Currently, and we'll test it here. There is supposedly a workaround for the Metropolis bug to avoid it. We'll test that today. You have to apparently turn off crossplay, which I have done. So we're going to test that out. I have turned off crossplay. So we're going to do some Metropolis activity to try to get that Raising Hell tier up. And we'll see what happens. But so far, the only workaround that I've heard that is a solution is to turn off crossplay. So we'll see if that works. The game literally doesn't work. Yeah, if you're one of the people who can't log in, your game is still not going to work after the new update. Just a heads up, unless they figure something out. They confirmed that they're still looking for a fix for everyone for that. So yeah, if you're still one of those people, it's not looking good. Hopefully they figure something out soon. I know Doom just gave up already. He's playing Helldivers. Is multiplayer still cooked? Oh yeah, they haven't actually released a new patch yet. They just announced the next patch and what's coming. But yeah, if you're they confirmed in the blog that they are investigating multiplayer being cooked. So hopefully they figure that out soon, because yeah, my multiplayer is totally cooked. Multiplayer wasn't great before for me, but I could still play it. Like I would just have some random issues. But after the last patch, yeah, I couldn't play it at all. Hopefully you get better. Yeah, I'm trying. We're doing the we're testing right now the fix for loading Metropolis. There might be a fix for it. We're testing it right now. More like a working around it, which is to turn off crossplay. So we gotta kill 3 more enemies with grenades. Y'all go kill 5 enemies. Kill 15 enemies, grenades, check. We need 1 more juggle kill. Juggle kill complete. All right. So we almost got enough for Raising Hell tier 1. It was great when the game started, but after multiplayer got bugged. It feels like there was a lot of there was some momentum. There was like some promise, and then for whatever reason, they just never got a hold of those server issues.
I will handle this.
And it's unfortunate because it's a very fun game. It's just you can't play it with other people, and they need more content. Like, I don't think they counted on how badly things could fall apart while waiting for season 1 to drop. Like when they said it was dropping in March, I was like, all right, that's probably fine. Like according to Miller, it looks like they might be targeting the 7th or the 8th of March, which is like, oh, okay, it's fine. But oh boy, it has not been great. I haven't played multiplayer in a bit. What happened to it? It stopped working for a lot of people entirely.
Scan complete at this point.
It was already buggy for a lot of people, but after the last patch, people, including me, haven't been able to do multiplayer at all. They were too worried about burn and everything else. See, there's a misconception about that. It's not that they were only worried about burn. Like they explained this as well. They don't have one team working on everything at once. They have different teams working on different issues. So they have one team whose job it is to just look at the gameplay aspects like burn and stuff like that and make adjustments to the gameplay based on that. And then there's a team whose job is the more technical code stuff, who have to, you know, make sure, you know, fix make sure the servers are working, fix all that stuff. Two completely different teams, completely different jobs and skill sets. So the idea that they weren't worried about the bugs is just simply not true. They just had different teams working on different things, and whatever is wrong with the servers are obviously even if you don't know anything about game development, obviously server issues are going to have to be much more complex to solve than, burn is doing a lot more than it should because of enemy health scaling. Let's turn down the health scaling. Like that's not a complicated thing to fix compared to recreating thousands of potential problems that could be causing server problems for people.
I've got a bunch of civilians in
That's
here,
just
and you guys have
that's just naturally going to take a lot more time to figure out.
super guns. Go get them, Tigers.
What's up? How do you get weapons with stacked deck? You play the game and hope that you get one to drop. The only gear you can target farm are the Bane stuff. You can't target farm the stack deck or anything like that.
Call myself Captain Terminal. Actually, that's not bad. Works on 2 levels.
It's not a misconception. So I already explained how it works. I'll do it one more time. It is a misconception. They explain exactly how it works. Anyone who is remotely familiar with game development will tell you exactly how it works. So once again, they were not just worried about burn. I don't know if there was an ad, you didn't listen, you didn't hear the whole explanation, but once again, there are 2 different teams working on there are different teams, a lot more than that actually, working on different aspects of the game. The team who pushed the update to burn are completely different from the team who is working on the server problems. Rocksteady is in general aware of the server problems, but they don't have everyone working on the server problems because everyone literally can't. It's a different skill set. So they have a team focused on combat, gameplay changes and stuff like that, and they have a team dedicated to working on stuff like the server problems. So the team who was working on gameplay balancing obviously had a much easier time because it's not that complicated, relatively. But the people whose only job is to fix the server stuff, they're having a harder time because that's a much more complicated problem. It's not just a matter of, let's just tune health down, for enemy health, let's tune down the damage. Server issues are much more complex. So once again, no, it is not a matter of they were only worried about this. It's just the fact that the server problems are much more complicated than balancing. But that just goes to show you why optics are important. I mentioned this online on Twitter. The reason why you maybe hold off on releasing a balancing patch when you have all these other issues is that the optics are going to be bad. Like people who, as we all hear, people who don't understand game development are going to just assume, you just don't care about all the problems people are having, even when you explain it to them. So in general, it's better to not have patches that are just about nerfing people, because if you have a bunch of other issues that are unresolved, people are going to assume that you're prioritizing one thing and not the other, even though it's not true. So you have to be aware of those optics. They should have held off on that. I don't even agree with the balancing patch to begin with. I thought the only thing they needed to really do was scale down enemy health. But even then, I feel like that update should have waited until they could have done at least one or a bigger update to address the bug fixing, because it wasn't really an immediate thing, and you know the optics are going to be bad. You have to, at this point, with all the live service games we've seen, with how all the things we've seen with how players react, you have to know that if you release a patch that's mostly nerfs to the player, while there are people who literally can't play into the game, there's going to be that perception that you don't care about the players who are suffering. Like you just have to know that, and so that's so that's definitely a big mistake they made.
So you finally shaped up. Big props.
Like, it doesn't matter how many times you tell certain people that different teams work on different stuff, they're not going to hear it because you know they're biased, but it's just bad optics. It just looks bad when you have, especially the people who don't understand how game development works. It just looks bad to have, you know, these different, you know, patches rolling out for issues that you don't care about, when the big stuff that you do care about is seemingly, you know, unresolved. That's why going forward, I said why it's so important to be aware of the optics when you release patches.
Your deficiency is heartless. It's your unwillingness to grow that disappoints.
Rockstar and Rocksteady should have worked together to make Killer Justice League. No, they should not have. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah. That would be insane. Suicide Squad is worse than Battlefield? Which one? Remember the last Battlefield, and I can definitely tell you that's not true. At least how that launched. I remember that beta.
This is the spot for the plant.
Let's turn off crossplay, fix the incursion missions. I don't know what you mean, but so far I haven't run into the loading Metropolis bug. That's what I'm testing right now. If you're getting the loading into Metropolis bug, supposedly turning off crossplay is the fix for it. I'm testing that right now. This is the second mission I'm doing right now. Haven't run into it so far. I've just been doing Metropolis stuff. Explaining how they have different teams of people who don't know is pretty difficult, and I don't know why. It's a pretty straightforward concept, especially if you've had a job before. Like at a somewhat large company, or a company with multiple departments. Like the IT department is not going to be working on the same stuff as the customer service department. Like that's literally just how businesses work. They have different departments with different specializations. It really shouldn't be complicated. Rockstar knows how to make online. Yeah, but a collaboration. This would not make sense on so many levels. For one, Rockstar has absolutely no incentive to ever work with Rocksteady on anything. Rockstar is a massively successful studio who are busy pretty much completely with GTA.
Amazing. I feel
They're much bigger than Rocksteady. They would not need, if they wanted to make a Suicide Squad game, they would not need Rocksteady at all.
no new growth without the death.
They're way bigger than Rocksteady. The only thing they would need to do is reach out to WB to get the license to use DC characters. They would not need Rocksteady for that equation at all.
Enjoying that moment,
But again,
huh?
they would have no incentive to make a Suicide Squad game because people want to see GTA 6. Or Red Dead Redemption 3.
Couldn't have paid us to do a better groundskeeper job
Excellent
than
work
that.
conserving the
And
people of
what do I
Metropolis.
get? Hey, bloody fever!
That's like saying let's have Disney and Rocksteady crossover for a Mickey Mouse looter shooter. Yeah, yeah. Like why would Rockstar have to be involved in this at all? Yeah, that was weird.
And so, here you are.
Why would they need to collab for this? All right, we did Raising Hell. Tier 1, no problems so far.
I want to know what else Brainiac is hiding. Let's meet up and raid his network.
Let's head over to Baker Line.
I could end all of the humiliation.
Need a bully too. They had one in development too. Like there's so many other things Rockstar
Has a loot bug in
would be prioritizing. Or collaborate or make it a Suicide Squad game. Like first of all, if Rocksteady were going to make a multiplayer DC game, it definitely wouldn't be Suicide Squad. They would know, hey, people would probably want to see a Justice League game. Let's do that. Rockstar would not get a DC license to make a Suicide Squad game.
I ain't obligated to save any more of these jokes.
Aha! Gonna need to encourage this bug to bail out.
That would be wild.
Pursue this bug.
I see the Shang-Chi director is making a live-action Naruto movie. I did not. And
Hope it was carrying cool stuff.
I'm very skeptical,
And electronics.
as you could expect. I'm skeptical of any live-action anime adaptation, you know. This guy's not a live service game which had a perfect start that pulled through. That's the thing. Suicide Squad definitely has what it needs to pull through. Like they have a really good foundation. They've got a lot of content planned that puts them ahead, and they own the IP. So unlike Avengers, it's not nearly as expensive to maintain this game as it was for Avengers. But they definitely got to get on top of these server problems.
like dinner.
All right.
Dinner had 2 more courses.
Kill 10 enemies here. Kill 10 enemies, 15 with traversal attacks, and these shield harvesting kills.
You've come a long way from a filthy backwater at the edge of this world. I could help you go so much further, Boomerang.
My Hero Academia game would be awesome. You would think that, but no. There's already one. It's not awesome. I played it. It kind of sucks. Shout out to Casual Avenger, the only true believer of that game. But it sucks. What's up, Mike? Am I into college football? Not at all. NBA pretty much is all I have time for. And I barely have time for that. Need 2 more harvesting kills. And we're gonna play more Helldivers soon. Game was fun. You got the bug loading. You got the bug doing incursions. All right, we'll try that next.
Bet Brainiac has some feelings about us after.
All right, it's 10 enemies. All right, so now we gotta do traversal attack kills to raise some more hell. Then we'll try incursions. See if that is bugged.
Spicy meatball incoming!
Another mission, I guess.
I want to know what else Brainiac is hiding. Let's meet up and
Still haven't gotten the loading Metropolis bug yet. We're testing out the workaround for it, which is turning off crossplay. The new Avatar series is bad. I heard it was bad. I know there are definitely people capping,
Move your asses!
saying the M. Night Shyamalan movie was better, which is definitely capped. Like I haven't watched the whole thing. I've watched about
phasing in Brainiac
20 minutes of it so far.
Keep his guys off of them.
Definitely way better
One of my terminals. Sneaky. Task force.
in every way than the M. Night Shyamalan version. You don't think if they did a good My Hero game, it would be great? I mean, you can say that about any other, literally any game.
I'm in.
Yeah, if they made the game good, yeah, it would do well. What you said was if they made a My Hero Academia game, it would be great. And I was like, no, because they did make it a My Hero Academia game, and it's bad. My point was that the name alone, the IP alone, isn't enough to carry the game.
These black-ass moves and no bucket to use them on!
Any setback you forced is income.
Brainiac goons are off our point. Scanning. Enemies blocking me at
In
the
theory,
center.
I would have loved My Hero Academia game, but same with One Punch Man. They made a One Punch Man,
Too many big
That game was also not very good.
Thin 'em out.
But Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was amazing. I was just playing the Bardock DLC the other day.
People coming to kill us.
Unfortunately, a lot of anime games just aren't good because
All of them.
they tend to be really derivative.
Got the drop on. Gosh, at this rate, you'll be done in no time.
Like that a My Hero game would have been great. Like what makes My Hero great is the story. Tickle Squad, appreciate that tier 1 sub.
They won't be coming around here anymore. Hold on, Tim.
But they tried to make it into this like weird battle royale for My Hero, and it just didn't work. Same with the One Punch Man.
Clear out the aliens.
Same with the One Punch Man. They tried to make a hybrid of a fighting game slash RPG, and it just didn't work. Like they were trying to, it felt like they were trying to make Ninja Storm. It was like, well, what anime game do well? Well, people like Ninja Storm, so they tried to make Ninja Storm, but they didn't have the formula because they weren't Bandai Namco, and it just didn't work.
Enemies control a terminal.
I feel like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot,
Buddies take the
I feel like JRPGs are a much better template
My dominant.
for anime adaptation games. Like, if you follow like Grand Blue Link,
You would be wise to end Nanawe
Genshin Impact, that sort of game, I think that's a much better
Terminal recovery failed.
format to go on for an anime adaptation game.
Thanks for the assist.
I feel like too many people are trying to chase the success of Naruto Ninja Storm, and it's just that's just not the way. Every anime game does not have to and should not be trying to be
The enemy took our terminal offline.
Naruto Ninja Storm.
You've cleared out the aliens.
Sparkles Girls are going to be amazing, of course. They're staying in their lane.
Still working. Almost there, squad.
They're playing Tekken and Divers. It's fun. Haven't played Tekken yet, but it is fun. But Helldivers 2 was fun.
Another one bites the dust. Get it? NBG. Just manipulated some alien code with my
That Shug would have some beef with Deadshot in this game for sure. It's weird that the hit squad can appear while doing a mission and also disappear. That's what happened to you. Feeling like how you're understanding on the game situation is nice to see people who are not being toxic. That's always a nice, refreshing thing. Just read the new dev update. Why do you get the feeling that everything they bring up, how they want to further make build diversity and Suicide Squad just means nerfs? Well, in the case of this particular blog,
Thing.
they meant making builds more, adding more to build diversity by nerfing boom. That was one of the things that was stopping some builds. Because of the boom modifier, you couldn't make shield harvest or suicide strike based builds with King Shark, Harley, and to an extent Boomer. Like you could do shield harvesting with Boomer. You couldn't do suicide strike builds with Boomer because of the boom modifier. So by making those suicide strikes and harvesting not trigger boom, that means more builds have potential to shine because now they can make shield harvest builds. They can make a build based on Suicide Strike. So can confirm that the workaround for the loading of Metropolis bug does not work. They said that you should try turning off crossplay to avoid the bug. It does not work, unfortunately. As you see, we just got the loading Metropolis bug, and right when we hit Raising Hell tier 3, so we're gonna have to close the game to get back in. And then when we do, we're going to see most likely Raising Hell has reset back to 1. So currently not possible to do Raising Hell beyond 1 or 2 tiers. Bones, appreciate that follow. Welcome to Durag Gang. The King Shark Man say hope they do fix that. Yep. They confirmed that's coming in the next update. They're going to turn off the boom modifier for suicide strikes and shield harvesting. So all those really good King Shark shield harvest builds are going to be viable again. I had a really solid one of those builds, but it just, it just wasn't viable until now though. Once that update goes up, I'll be able to actually use that build, and it should go crazy. It does go crazy. Just being able to loop shield harvest with Shark is insane. You're going to be playing Stellar Blade. Same. All the men of culture will be playing it. Same with Final Fantasy Rebirth. I saw they dropped a new update for the demo. Everybody was posting about Bikini Tifa. So a lot of games for the people of culture coming up. We also got Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus next month. Dragon's Dogma 2. And Rise of the Ronin. It's going to be crazy. All right, so check the map. We got our rewards. Raising Hell tier 2. But as you see, it reset us to tier 1. Because when you close the game, it resets you back to tier 1. So currently, it is impossible to progress from Raising Hell tier 1 to the final tier, unless you're one of the people who somehow escaped all the loading Metropolis stuff.
An incursion to this earth at this level of corruption.
So we got the bug after doing some missions. Let's see if it triggers during an incursion. So let's do an incursion mission.
Has Luther told you that your arrangement
And we'll see
is
if
mutually beneficial?
we get that bug again.
I've seen his work before. Betrayal is his modus operandi.
Printing stories to astound.
There's supposed to be 5 tiers.
The news go round.
Beta testing, indeed. We are full on beta testing since they didn't release an actual beta.
Ain't got the romance of a train robbery, has it? Ah, well.
We got a closed alpha instead of an open beta, so this is pretty much the open beta right now. All right, so let's clear out some of this space. What is the Metropolis bug? You get a message that says loading into Metropolis at the end of missions, and then it never loads into Metropolis. What is the boom modifier? If you've never played incursion missions, the incursion missions have have world modifiers that can either help or hurt you. In the case of the boom modifier, it is a modifier that causes every enemy you kill to immediately explode. And they do a lot of damage on top of the fact that damage reduction in general is currently broken. No update on them fixing that, unfortunately. But because of that, it basically limited a lot of builds because you can't be near enemies when they explode. So you have to plan your build around killing enemies without being close to them, which obviously limits the characters and playstyle you can play. All right, now let's test out see if these incursions are working. Let's see if how many we can do before we get the loading into Metropolis bug. See that storage? Storage is crazy. I'm always running out of storage.
Hopping through space.
What they really need to do is let you do the mission, delete gear from the mission reward screen. Since they're not letting you, since they don't let you skip it anyway, because it's just inconvenient. Bane is the only build you can play reliably. Pretty much, like I've heard, I saw them say in the blog today that they were seeing a lot of different builds, like critical hit builds, which basically means Deadshot to me. Ice build, frozen builds, and traversal builds. The only builds that I know that are actually viable that people are actually using for in-game content are basically tier 3 Bane traversal builds. I'm not aware of any other builds. I also tried to do a frozen build and it's not good.
Take those bombs away from Quinzel. My force always boomerang. Your predictability will be your downfall, Harkness.
On the combo menu. Me, killing stuff. I'm basically unstoppable.
This one's a drop and stop. Boom.
You seen the ice build as far as viability is good in the open world? Yeah, that basically means not good, because every build is good in the open world. That's what I mean, like not viable. Like, is that all they're looking at? Because you can make pretty much any build good in the open world. Does the build work? Does the build work at tier 100 in the incursion levels? Is the question.
Who needs rooftops to snipe? It's a talent. Gave me the
Like legitimately. That's why I'm looking for. That's why they needed to lower enemy health, sure. But that's also why it's important to get rid of boom. because there's basically no build diversity. Like, because of the boom modifier, every build right now is just is basically either infinite traversal or a tier 3 grenade build. That's basically every build.
This one's a drop and stop.
That was easy. Give me something tough next time.
You're super limited to what's viable right now.
Boomerang, I will aid you with your target.
Need some unwilling.
Because the other stuff just isn't as good right now.
Now you see how a real criminal does it, eh?
Guess I'm helping Boomer with his target.
And it makes sense that Bane should be like the best because the season is built around it.
Just a Friday night back.
It's just that not much else is viable at the moment.
Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
So I think they'll add new affliction types. I would be very surprised if they didn't. Grenade Harley still push. That's what I mean. Like, grenades, every build is like legit. What I said, like every build is like tier. Every build is traversal spam or tier 3 grenade. Like if you're running Boomer or Deadshot, you're probably running infinite traversal
Do partners no more? Thanks, Boomer.
with tier 3. If you're running King Shark, you're probably playing the same thing. Or you're just doing a grenade build. And if you're playing Harley, you're definitely using a grenade build. Fear Affliction. Yeah, the episodes for season 1 are based around Scarecrow and Two-Face. So very possible they introduce new afflictions in season 1 to go with the new gear.
Sweet landing.
Have something nice, hot, fresh.
Interjection, mate.
My issue with the Fear Affliction is if they want to do that, I'm curious how they make the Fear Affliction
Even impressed myself sometimes.
stand out, be not only good, but stand out meaningfully from the Craze Affliction. Because when I think of a Fear Infliction, I basically think of Craze. Like, you cause enemies to hallucinate and attack each other. For Bane, I thought it was because of how Bane's power works, it would mostly be about making the player stronger. But instead, it's about causing confusion among enemies. So I'm wondering how then will you do Scarecrow stuff?
Really not good time.
Got all this
They could come up with something clever, I'm sure, but it is weird. Make enemies run away. Yeah, just make them run from the fight. That seems like it. That seems like cheese though. Like, how would that work in like missions like this, where it's supposed to be like, oh, like a horde type of thing? It's like, oh, they just leave, and the encounter is over. Next wave. Like, how's that work?
Oh, we messed him up, Boomer.
This is Denali using his full strength. Distasteful. And yes.
Almost got it.
Now you see how a real criminal does it, eh?
Wonderful execution. I didn't even need to add extra time for you.
And we out.
86% chance of survival.
Holy glitch, Batman.
In his final hour, the shrewish miscreant.
Wonderful. So many fascinating metrics and data points. Oh, and you're all still alive. That's good too.
One shot while inside of the protection after ending the mission.
Brainiac retaliating. I recommend using the exit portal.
All right, hopefully we don't get the Metropolis bug on top of it.
Task Force X. It's delaying the inevitable. And you know as well as I, it is inevitable.
Is the Metropolis bug fixed? They did not release a new patch yet. And I tested the workaround, which is to turn off crossplay.
Reinforcements of the Earth.
That does not work either.
Deal with them.
Hey, did you see me? I bushwhacked those blockheads something fierce. Assessing a new target.
So we gotta wait for them to identify the cause.
Let's take out the new guys.
What's up, Deadly Surge? All right, that's one incursion mission.
This is amazing.
What's up, Jay? Let's see. Level up. Metropolis. No Metropolis bug. All right, we're safe for now.
Outside the Science Center's wall,
There's one incursion mission.
find something big.
No Metropolis mission. No Metropolis bug.
Is a fine strategy task.
Let's do another.
Kudos to me.
The stack that weapons, those craftable with penguin, or those random drops. Stack deck are random drops.
So good, so good so far.
If multiplayer was broken for you, it's still broken for you. But they are currently working to find a fix.
True, this other Earth is a hostile real world, but not without its rewards for those who dare.
I turned off crossplay because, you know, I don't need multiplayer because it's literally broken for me. But I wanted to test to see if that would fix the loading in the Metropolis bug, and it does not. We got it anyway.
Have to spend another picosecond in the
You give me 2 more before I get the bug? All right, wait, they chat. 2 more. How many more incursion missions can I do
Someone. Not me, though.
before I get the loading into Metropolis bug? We'll set the over-under at 2. More or less than 2?
and efficient here like me. Headshots for faster charge, please.
I think I got 3 more in me
Engaging Boomer's target.
before I get the bug.
Dibs on shooting Boomer's target.
Maybe I'm just being optimistic. Less? Oh boy.
That was easy. Give me something tough next time.
No faith.
Australia's biggest village.
I feel like I could laugh or two. 3 more.
Better than a spin around my finger.
One. Holy. They said this game. They said this game was cooked.
Guys, I bring the ruckus. Now you see how a real criminal does it, eh?
We got away with
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare. Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
All right, that's one.
If I work for Brainiac,
If you was lost the reward with the new loading bug, you might have tapped out. Oh, for sure. Actually, some people got that bug. Yeah, some people have lost progression when they got that bug. So yeah, I'm fortunate that I keep all my rewards. I'm just inconvenienced by having to log back into the game and obviously not being able to advance through raising hell.
Deploying reinforcements.
I'm cutting a bloody streak here, ladies and gents.
Like even with raising hell not working right, it's still been a really convenient way to get a lot of Prometheum
Like a damn missile.
pretty easily. Definitely way faster than before.
Delightfully vicious when you're cornered, heartless.
The Deadshot trip. That if you're watching and you got your Deadshot stuff and it's not appearing in game, that's actually the easiest bug to fix. Legitimately, just contact WB support
delivery, boomer.
and tell them that you didn't get your Twitch drop. Give them your account and they'll just give it to you. It's so fast.
Another win.
Because it happened to me for both King Shark and Boomer and Deadshot. Probably gonna be for Boomer too.
Reckon I earned another drink.
But literally all I did was say, hey, WB support, I didn't get my Twitch drops, and they just put it in your account.
Hey, idiot! You missed.
Literally within minutes, as soon as they see it, they'll be like, all right, bet here. That's an easy one for them to solve. Because that's just a matter of them just putting it in your account. You don't have to investigate anything. They can just say, all right, here, it's not in your account, we'll put it there. You're half your man's level, you don't do near the damage. It's just a matter of just, making sure your build is optimized. Having a stack deck definitely helps.
Special delivery.
Woo!
Another win. Captain Boomer.
What's up, Beasley? You've been on the sign screen for a while now. I definitely notice it takes longer now.
If only Flash could see
Just signed in.
heartless. You'd mean something.
I'm basically unstoppable.
It's part of my multiplayer being bugged.
Oh, this is gonna make me come out in a rush.
I might take off that cooldown. I'm getting so unlucky with these. My grenade drop chance should be basically 100% with this boomer build.
Show you my boomerang. I'll make it quick.
I gotta remember to tell Axel that the two-face persuader is broken. It's not dropping. It's not dropping grenades like it should. I remember to remind him. It's like really inconsistent. Just start a game, got you in quick. Used to not take long at all for me to get in, really. But I've definitely noticed it's noticeably slower.
I'm focusing on your target, Deadshot. See?
Come over.
This one's a drop and stop. That was easy. Give me something tough next time. Hold my beer, guys. Let's dance.
But they drop all 5 seasons. Well, so far there's only 4 officially playing. That's me. I should hate these flash enemies.
Deadshot.
Officially 4. Let's worry about the first 4 before we start worrying about 5. Let's worry about 1. Actually, season 1 is going to be a tough enough challenge. Like we gotta legitimately get to season 1. We can't be worrying about season 5 right now. They gotta get to season 1.
I'm eager to see how you might use a boomerang to not die today.
Target acquired.
Units, stay on your toes. Don't let Harkness get close.
Splash art at the end of Brainiac if I could have earned it. The voice line, Brainiac's voice lines accidentally confirmed the season 2 DLC character.
Got the drop on him.
Here's the weight on your shoulders.
Bring it, suckers. Fill her up, mate. Flaming ground. Gonna slam dunk. That was easy. Give me something tough next time.
Oh no, you don't.
I'll enjoy stripping those boomerangs from you, Harkness.
I am firing upon boomerang arms.
When I was listening, it happens when it usually happens in the incursions.
Stick the lens.
I was like, freeze? I'm not freeze.
He's on the offensive. That's fainter.
Without the speed force to prepare you, you're nothing, Harkness.
There's another one. It's taking way longer because my grenades just aren't. My grenade perks are just completely bugged right now.
I advise taking cover at the jammer ASAP.
Done is done. I said them first.
You must make haste. Get to the jammer for shelter.
What's up, Captai? Game is getting ridiculous. Just saw the live. Yeah, the live action Naruto movie. There's a very, very low chance of that movie being good.
Redirecting power from the Prometheum shield.
Straight up.
Exit portal. A speedy withdrawal is in order.
Yes, retreat through your portal. While there's still an Earth on the other side.
Anyone else stuck on the loading Metropolis thing after beating Batman? It's a very common issue. And it's not related to Batman, just in general. When you finish missions, there is a chance that you'll get a loading Metropolis screen
Another round of flaming aliens.
and have to reload the game. Same your grenades, blue star now. It's legitimate. That's why I run parties. That's why I usually run party starter with Boomer,
Rip a piece of gear.
because in theory,
But I'll wing it.
all you should need is the Two-Face Persuader, because it's supposed to, every melee hit on a crazy enemy should give you a 50% chance to drop either a live grenade or grenade ammo. And the grenade, in my experience, the grenade ammo thing, the live grenade pretty much never spawns, and the grenade ammo sometimes literally just will never drop,
You keep
like
coming
for
back,
minutes at a time.
Boomerang.
That's why I run the party supplies, just for that extra insurance, because otherwise I would almost never have the ability to get grenades back. That's definitely another thing that has to be fixed. Because I don't run the tier 1 Bane piece, because in theory I shouldn't have to. But because Two-Face Persuader is bugged, it's pretty much required. Because I rather just run the Hugo Strange for the extra villain synergy.
Line, a ranker's choice, and there resides.
That's how I'm doing my Deadshot. I rather have the tier. I'd rather have the Hugo Strange there,
Oh, love gear that comes with other people's fingerprints.
but because you're never going to get grenades back otherwise, I have to run at least one tier 1. I'm like, and I justified. I was like, well, okay. Deadshot does a lot of damage anyway, so I guess I can let it slide.
People's voice.
How'd you get that skin? It is a Twitch drop skin. Exclamation mark drops in the chat if you don't have Twitch drops activated or don't know anything about the program. New squad rewards.
Wait.
I don't want.
Coffee.
Since I'm using a grenade, I probably don't need the extra
Look, I just don't want to wake up with frickin' fingernails.
resource for
Look around while I freak out.
a traversal attack.
Engineering stuff for real life.
But I'm gonna go
world-saving
for
legends?
damage here.
You're making a good call.
50%
here. I know
on
I can make this
infused.
the best it can be.
I'm going for. Gonna do extra critical damage.
Man, even I'm a little jealous of this one.
40 to 50% assault rifle critical hit
Trust
damage.
me to make this very, very cool.
Let's play around with that actually.
Some days you just know you got it. That's
Try to get
what
to
I feel
50%.
when I look at this. It's a good day to be an engineer, my friend. Yes, it is. This is an astounding piece.
Let's
of
just
equipment.
stack damage on this thing.
Well, my day is made. Thank me. No, thank you.
I don't mean.
Because I have traversal on the resource gain back on the melee and on the master grenade. So I need it. Because Deadshot has that other skill that makes it really easy for him to get traversal back.
The world's nastiest storm.
Wish they would at least fix some inventory management. Yeah, there's so the inventory definitely needs a lot of quality of life updates for sure.
Here, Lawton. Something
Like
for you
they
to
should
finally
group
put those
duplicates
skills to
together.
good use.
You should be able to separate stuff by duplicates. You should be able to separate the mastery from the non-mastery stuff. Like it should be there are a lot of ways they could make inventory a lot more manageable for sure.
Well worth popping open.
Like being able to delete, like I don't know why you can delete gear from here, but you can't do that at the end of any of your missions. I don't understand.
Use a sporting metaphor. Are you ready to be the away team in the dimensional playoffs?
All right, so we didn't get the loading Metropolis bug after the last one.
I grow impatient with your cowardly pokes and prods. Come for me. I'm waiting.
So far, so good.
Failure
I
is
think that's
all
2
part of the
incursions so
evolutionary
far.
paradigm. However, in my case, failure is no longer the end of the cycle.
Printing stories to
I think Lejeune was having issues after 3.
An
Another chance to explore the multiverse.
Alright. Let's see if Deadshot jinxes us.
To be frank, I didn't expect you to be so sure about suicide missions across the multiverse. The jammer is at the fallen radio tower. My wisest acquisition. You'll need to be ruthless and efficient here, like me. Headshots for faster charge, please.
Roger that, Quinn. Firing on your targets.
Yes, yes, no. But what if I allowed you to do some real damage?
Here we go.
Fire 'em up, boys. Aw,
Got him in my loop.
take on some marshmallows.
This is
Drop my grenades while I do it.
I will crush upon them.
You'll have to smell a burning pencil too, Deadshot.
Setting up for future rounds. Just loading the area with grenades.
Deadshot reduces our foes to ashes.
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare. Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
That was too close.
Cannabis consultant. That is a wild statement.
I've been with you, Deadshot.
My kill count is sky high. And boom goes the cockatoo.
It's like the combo. Deadshot machine. Ooh, Deadshot. You sure know how to raise a girl's temperature.
Grenades everywhere.
Close combat always gave me a buzz. Wait for it.
I'm tired of these snipers aiming at me.
On your target like jump, Deadshot.
Man, I always hit the target.
I'm above these
Ooh,
creeps'
I'm
pay
gonna
grade.
love this. Them, not so much.
Such a talent for chaos, Quinzel. And in service of what? Hmm?
Heat up for the touchdown.
I will destroy your target with you, Deadshot.
No need to get this one back.
Wonderful execution. I didn't even need to add extra time for you. 86% chance of survival.
He getting spammed by snipers.
Shoot you down. Can't do everything myself, Deadshot.
Ooh, hate to be standing in the middle of that.
A lot of grenades.
Try not to die. We're not done yet.
Give it up for shooter.
Oh, we don't have the flash infuse. Holy.
Power. I will claim those yours as my own, Nanawe. Such rage inside you, Lawton, and so misguided.
He's number 2 with a bullet.
He's blowing his top. Hustle, hustle. I'm the eye in the sky.
Oh, my traversal attack didn't work. Come on, pick up, pick up.
He's self-destructed! Run!
Find all that firepower, you're still human, Floyd Lawton.
Calm down, Deadshot, mate. I'll shoot your target.
That's weird. There we go.
Drop up in the air.
Where are all the enemies at?
We bodied that guy! Oh, I did it! Now what do I do?
No enemy density.
Whoa, he's exploding! Oh shit, we got it!
The doctor requires medical assistance.
Explosion radius is crazy.
I will destroy your target with you, Deadshot.
You outperform my own commanders, Lawton. That is until I make you one of them.
Yep, I'm shooting with that shot.
Reload. What's wrong with this guy?
I do my own air support.
Don't let Lawton get you in his sights, warriors.
Supersize is going out with a bang.
Oh, you don't.
He makes the shot from hang time. Nailed it. What's next?
Arms away. Hey, the sniper is gonna take your whole bar across the map. It isn't generally annoying. The aggro, the ridiculous aim, like they don't target. They almost exclusively target you, no matter what you're doing. It's really silly.
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare.
Oh, it's fast.
You should make it back in one piece, too. We may win this
They didn't fix that
war,
glitch though.
but what matters is Brainiac will suffer. The exit portal is open. The Prometheum shield dropping is a known issue.
We'll stop them here. All reinforcements. Target the interlopers.
Hopefully that's the only glitch we get.
What goes up?
Why do we never get reinforcements?
We sprung a splendid trap today, comrades. Even if we were the bait.
Deployed explosive.
Hopefully no Metropolis glitch.
Sending more.
What piece do you have to make the spam L1 R1? It's not a particular piece, it's the entire build.
Come to Floyd.
The whole build is
I
designed.
just don't like seeing others succeed.
Lord Metropolis. So I won. We got the bug after 3 runs. Not less than 2 more. So we got that. If you pick the over under, if you pick under the 2, you lost. Better luck next time. So we got the Metropolis bug after running 3 incursion missions. You were able to get rid of the Metropolis glitch by turning off crossplay. Yep, we went through that earlier in the stream. It did not work. Tested. First thing we tested when we started the stream, and it did not work. Squad King is not following. Appreciate you. Gotta close app. Fortunately, we didn't even bother to do Raising Hell again, because we know this is just an ongoing glitch. But it could be worse. There are people who can't even log in. So we can log in. We can still play. We just can't play with any other people. And we can only play a certain amount of missions before having to close app and start over. So that is obviously not ideal. But there are people in worse situations with Suicide Squad. Currently using a self-made traversal build. You can spam Deadshot's traversal. Definitely was there a recharge. I don't know what you mean by self-made. That's a pretty popular build actually. On the high mastery levels. Because there's really not that much build diversity. And it's really also not that complicated to make. The infinite traversal build with Deadshot, he's actually the best character I think to do it because of his skill tree. And I got the max inventory. Like you can obviously give yourself the extra traversal resource gain for critical hits on your gun, but with Deadshot you don't actually need it, as you saw with my last run. You can just put that on your grenades. And I also have it on my melee piece. Other than that,
Let's see what we're working with Deadshot.
Really only need to make sure you're using top up. You could also use ultimate power conservation or go for the extra damage. Because I also have it set up so that I get Brad, appreciate that party of one raid. Thank you so much. You could also just go for the extra build up while ultimate is active, because I do have it set up so that I can pretty much spam the squad ultimate as well. Unstoppable tier 3 shield, turtle, master, Hugo, market discipline, tier 3 sniper. Yeah, pretty standard. Yeah, it's a pretty standard loadout for that build. It works. I prefer the tier 3 over the black mask grenades, but it's pretty good too. Two master hoarder, don't need that. Why do some games have bad issues? It's a lot that goes into that, and every game is different. So in general, a lot of games had a lot of setbacks because of the pandemic. A weird number of people discount this, but it's a fact. Pandemic set a lot of studios back. It upturned pretty much the entire world economy, and it led to delays. It led to studios having to completely change the way they work on games. But a lot of them going to work at home model, which is a much less efficient way to make games. But in general, what usually happens is that, and this is unfortunate, because people just assume it's the devs, lazy devs. You hear this narrative all the time, but in reality, it has nothing to do with the devs. Really, it's because the people who are in charge of the devs don't manage their time properly. Like if you have, it's really easy to find talented devs. Like there are a lot of talented devs working in the industry. The problem is that the people in charge, sometimes the people in charge of those devs are idiots and who have no business being in that position. So they will completely mismanage a project. They'll be forced devs to crunch in order to, working extreme hours in order to make up for it. They'll be missing deadlines. They'll give them bad direction. They won't give them time to work on certain stuff. And then when they notice, they'll notice that, hey, this isn't ready, because they're prioritizing money and they're only thinking about the shareholders. They're like, okay, well, we can just release it and fix it later because of technology. So it doesn't matter if it's broken initially, as long as it eventually works, which of course sometimes works out for you. Very often it does not. It's unfortunate, but that is reality. 9 times out of 10, it's because whoever's in charge, the supervisor, the CEO, they didn't give the devs enough time to work on the game, and they didn't care. In fact, some studios legitimately scale back or get rid of QA testers altogether because of how little they care about whether or not a game comes out working. It's like, oh, you tested and it doesn't work? I don't care. Just get the game out, we'll fix it later. That's the philosophy. So when a game comes out broken, blame management. Don't blame the devs. We need to normalize that. If the game is just bad, conceptually, everything like that, yeah, blame the creative team. But if it's just technically not working and it's filled with a lot of anti-player nonsense, it's because of the executives and the management.
Top floor hunting supplies. System shot. Messes with your aim.
Spicy meatball incoming!
Dalton's building quite the advantage. Shoot him down.
I have not heard anything about. Unfortunately, we haven't heard. The problem is we haven't heard anything about the new season at all since Suicide Squad Inside. Today was the first time they gave us any tease about what's to come in season 1. and they just mentioned that they were adding 3 new incursion missions.
I have earned my rewards, and also a treat.
How's about this knockout?
We still don't have a release date. Miller's been looking at the files, doing a lot of data mining, and he's estimating Season 1 will drop either March 8th or March 7th. But they have not confirmed yet. Probably because they know they have to be really like 100% positive when they're going to drop Season 1. And they want to leave the door open in case they have to delay it. That way, if they do have to delay it, if they don't announce a release date, it's technically not a delay. So I think that's why we haven't heard anything yet. If the game wasn't having all these problems, they absolutely would have announced by now what the release date is.
I'm above these creeps' pay grade.
The novelty of Deadshot venting flames has not worn off.
I catch air, they catch bullets.
We hunt the pair, Deadshot.
So Divine, so good news is that they are aware of all the new bugs with the game. Bad news is they don't have a fix for most of them. They do have a fix for the mastery level bug that's coming in the next update.
I'll flame these guys out.
We're going to be getting some cool stuff in Season 1. They teased 3 new missions for incursion level. They're improving killing time. New fixes are coming, but we're going to have to be waiting a little bit.
Dispatch the assassin quickly. He's making you look weak.
For multiplayer stuff.
My kill count is sky high.
We'll get nuked if we stand around.
Switching mags. Oh, get stuck in the Deadshot's target.
Deadshot reduces our foes to ashes.
Have something nice, hot, fresh.
I'm focusing on your target, Deadshot. See?
Here
I was literally in my traversal attack animation when that happened.
What can I say? I gotta go.
That's crazy.
Your brutality, I have to admit, it's impressive.
I'll show you skill shooting.
Evasive maneuvers, Norton's feeling trigger happy.
Bad, Deadshot. We're already bad.
It's a real scorcher that I Deadshot. Who needs rooftops to snipe?
Personally, I don't know how much more they could have done, really.
If it's carnage,
I feel like they definitely should have done an open beta.
Excellent work. Valuable assets, all of you. Promedium
feel like that would have potentially prevented maybe gave them a heads up about some of these issues, but
We've already dug your graves on this world.
who knows at this point. It looks like a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
I like challenging exceptional odds.
Incoming. Let's send him back.
And dismemberment.
You'd rather delay with the content than probably fix the major issues. Yeah, that's the thing. So on the one hand, they need the content. Like at the very least, they got it. They got to drop new content. Because that's the other thing that's hurting them. The people who can play have run out of stuff to do. So they can't leave that unaddressed.
What can I do for you, killer?
It's tough. They definitely for sure have to get everything, get the majority of these issues squared away. But they also can't just not release season 1. That would be insane. Like they desperately need to get some momentum going. Like they need to start teasing season 1. They need to start teasing the Joker, teasing stuff. They gotta give the fans something, because right now we're seeing it. We saw it once again. Like all this stuff from Avengers playing out again. Because in the case of Avengers, all their flaws were amplified more because they just didn't communicate at all with the players. So there was just nothing but time to fill in. There's literally nothing else to talk about except the problems with the game. And Suicide Squad has a similar issue. Like they're communicating, but they're not communicating in a way that's building up hype. Like, yeah, buffing legendaries, that's cool. Fixing killing time so that it's more of a horde type thing, that's great. But where is the social media marketing? Where's the new Joker gameplay? Where are the teases of coming content? Like, where's the stuff that gives us hype for season 1? Like, if you give them something, players something else to talk about, it'll at least help balance out the narrative. Because right now, if there's nothing else to talk about really of note, except all the problems, then that's what's going to seem like it's the only thing that's going on. For now, not announcing when season 1 is happening is working out for them. Because, you can't really say whether or not it's going to be delayed or not, because the only thing we know about season 1 is that it's supposed to come out in March. That's all we know. They can release it any time in March, technically. They made it seem like it would be earlier, but they could technically release it any time in March because they didn't commit to a date. They just said March 2024. So it technically doesn't matter when. They definitely shouldn't do it on the 7th, though. I'm telling you that right now. Do not put it on the same day as Spider-Man. Do not do that. Do it the day after, if you must.
Assaulting a doomed Earth or launching a new product line.
If you do it after Spider-Man, it's going to be a problem. If you do it that same day, it's going to be a problem.
See you on the other side, pals.
They seem to hype up so many games prior to launch. After launch, developers go into hiding without announcements. It depends on the game. Like, obviously, if it's not a live service game, that's just not relevant because the game is done. Like if it's not a live service game, the game is done. They don't have to talk to you other than they'll do interviews, you know, stuff like that to promote the game. So it's never really silence. But yeah, in terms of update, yeah, if it's not a live service game, they don't have to say anything. But here's the Suicide Squad. They always kind of under-marketed the game. Like Miller was talking about this as well. Like they could have done a lot more to build hype for the game. Like especially their refusal to use Twitter. Well, that's really hurt them. Relying on Discord over Twitter has definitely hurt them. Like, I don't think the official Rocksteady account has actually tweeted anything.
This is what winning feels like.
In legitimately months. It's just all from the official Suicide Squad account. Season 1's supposed to be a huge deal. And it has to be now. So if we're getting closer, if they're going to plan on releasing it, you know, the 7th or the 8th, they got to let us know. All right, get hype. This is what's going. This is what we're planning. Ooh, look at, isn't Joker cool? Look at that. You know, they gotta, you know, maybe tease future seasons. You know, with Avengers, I mean, especially since the characters already leaked already. I mean, your own game leaked them. Avengers, at the very least, we knew before the data mining, we knew the first 3 characters.
Deadshot, I am your fire support.
They did 2 war tables. One announced Hawkeye, one announced Kate Bishop, and they did a blog announcing Spider-Man. So at the very least, we knew who the first 3 DLC characters were going into launch. I feel like Suicide Squad needs to start teasing some of those other characters. Especially fan requested ones. Like if you're planning on releasing Deathstroke, tell people that you're planning to release Deathstroke officially.
The victor go the spoil, and the victor is me.
Start teasing the character after the Joker.
It's a talent.
On your target like gum, Deadshot.
Now you're supposed to show the roadmap. The problem is that you gotta follow up.
Up high, putting them down low.
Here comes the boom.
The roadmap's good. You show players that you've got a plan. But now you got to give them some more detail, especially the first season.
That was too close.
It's not like a bunch of this stuff hasn't already leaked already.
Be careful, units. This shot can go head to head with the best of you.
Time to light them all up.
It sucks WWE's on that Striker, sir. Yeah, it's terrible timing too. And silly. Like You don't have to advertise. You don't have to spend advertising dollars on it. But you have a very expensive game that you're trying to promote and do damage control on. And you want to take a stand now? Bro, what the heck? My traversal attack didn't register, and it wouldn't let me suicide strike.
Now you trying when Deadshot's spraying.
You'll run out of ammunition eventually, Dalton. I can wait.
Oh, he's invisible. Invisible plus the radius is like 100 meters. It's crazy. I think season 1 will be delayed. There is no release date for season 1. That's the one thing working in their favor. Season 1 being delayed isn't even an option on the table right now to discuss because they have not even committed to a release date for season 1. They can take extra time to work on the problems and fix the game, and we won't even know. Well, Miller will probably know, because Miller knows everything. Most people won't know. Because they have not given a release date.
Behold, life is not a circle.
All surviving units, see that this is the Shark's final meal.
Nailed it. What's next?
Yeah, some of these, it's really the brutes that are ridiculous. Everyone else is pretty much just annoying. Brutes definitely have some balancing issues,
Evasive maneuvers,
but they're doable.
Shield needed that juice. My kill count is sky high.
all surviving units. Do not let the female clown make you look like fools.
Release the conflagration, Deadshot.
Just a warm-up.
On your target like that, Deadshot.
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare.
At the buzzer.
Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
Yeah, the Batman brews are just a little annoying, but as long as you, especially as long as you have squad ultimate stuff or ways to freeze, delay time or freeze them, they're pretty manageable. It's the flash infuse that definitely need to be tuned, because they have all the BS of the normal destroyers, but they also have super speed. Like they're immune to every ability in the game that slows enemies down.
Our strategy was to not have a strategy, and it was the most successful.
Get ready for the new arrivals.
There's a melee piece for Deadshot that could send Bruce flying. That melee piece is for everybody. I haven't tried it yet. It just seemed gimmicky.
This is a real super.
But yeah, everyone has that melee piece.
What is the cause for celebration? Your birthday?
They're called. Yeah, this one. The Master Home Run. Why not? Let's try it out. For the lulz.
Look, I'm trying to be nice about your whole squad leading thing.
Legitimately, the Flash and Fuse are really the only ones that are like a problem. And they're still manageable, of course, but they are just, you know, clearly just completely unbalanced.
I'm only the super skilled curator, friend. The decisions here are yours. Wow, super solid build here. Take this good thing, and making it better is a life philosophy I can get behind.
I'm just gonna play around, see if this does anything.
Not up to snuff, huh? Insert cracking knuckles sound here. Crack.
Let's yeet some brutes.
Back off, all right?
Let's see if the effect actually does anything.
Excellent initiative.
If you can actually knock them off the map, that would be hilarious.
You'll forgive me for not joining you.
Yeah, Batman and Fuse are annoying, but mostly easy to deal with. Flash and Fuse are just nonsense.
Deadshot is the correct target.
So you've engaged the child botanist in your extra-dimensional forays. If you believe she was unaccounted for, you're very wrong.
In Baker line, a ranker's choice, and there resides the people's voice.
All right, let's play around with it. Set up the. How do you set up the? How do you claim Twitch drops? You go to your notifications. It will tell you when you claimed them on Twitch. Go to the notification, claim your drops. Go into the game, claim them from your inbox. If they're not in your inbox, it is a known bug. You have to contact WB support and tell them you didn't get your Twitch drops. And then they'll just put them in your account.
The camera is in the fallen radio tower. Not my wisest acquisition.
Never know in the Batman views.
You'll need to be ruthless and efficient here, like me.
It takes some getting used to, but really the only ones are a problem are the brutes, the destroyers.
Dispatch the assassin quickly.
But
He's making you look weak.
you can definitely play around them.
Deadshot! We bodied that guy! Deadshot saying it was sexual!
Calm and collected killing Deadshot.
Signed with a bullet.
styling on him.
Crank the shield, keep going.
Out here breakdancing on him.
We took him down hard, Quinn. Prison didn't affect my form.
Wonderful execution. I didn't even need to add extra time for you. 86% chance of survival.
You got helicopters now. When do I don't know offhand when the drops. They have them on the website, I think, and on their Twitch. I mean their Twitter, I think. I don't remember the dates for all of them.
Hey, I'll take my alien cream. Well done, Deadshot.
I know they end like right before Spider-Man New Game Plus hits, like March
Top floor hunting supplies.
March 3rd. March 6th is the last day.
What a team, Deadshot. Your aim and my look. Man, I always hit the target. It's all in the wrist. Cannon.
That shot goes to 26.
For now, I'll have you.
You've definitely got a while
Don't mind me.
before Deadshot runs out. I do know, but like, I remember from Miller, my conversation with Miller, that the last day is the 6th. Because you're trying to guess when season 1 might start.
Telling me where to see Deadshot. All right.
I knew the thrill of combat would ignite your fire, Lawton. Let's see how brightly it can burn.
Let's get up close and personal.
Find all that firepower.
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare. Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
Alright, brute time.
Ooh, hate to be standing in the middle of that.
Alright, there they are.
We're not done yet.
Yeet! Yeet!
Yep, I'm shooting with Deadshot.
Yeet! Yeet!
Now, your brutality, I have to admit,
Yeet!
it's impressive.
I'm above these creeps' pay grade.
Yeet! Yeet! It's funny, but you can't really knock them off the map.
Bring the assassin down. It shouldn't be this hard.
Spicy meatball
Yeet!
coming.
You see how a real criminal does it, eh? Reload. I'll get your target for you, Deadshot.
Yeet!
Not our safe from King Shark.
Yeet!
I'm dealing with Boomerang's target.
Cool, he's exploding. Oh shit, we got it.
Oh yeah, line up just like that.
I wish you could actually yeet them off the map. How do you turn off crossplay? Go to the menu and turn off crossplay. It's in your settings.
Burning them alive is a good object.
It'll be in the online section.
Relying on others for assistance, Dr.
Couldn't get there in time.
You really have changed.
I was really far away too.
Don't let Lawton get you in his sights, warriors. Quinzel is dispatching you all with party tricks. Party tricks.
Just got multi-kill and lit.
Ducky cover! It's gonna blow!
Get this helicopter out of here.
What's
Get
next?
on my nerves. Why isn't the hip shield harvest not working? Bro. Literally I cannot see where anything's coming from.
Who needs rooftops to snipe?
Multiply your force, Deadshot.
How am I getting hit? How am I getting one shot while I'm using my traversal attack? I don't understand.
Engaging burner.
Firing on Deadshot target. Now, this is nice.
Going up. I ain't here to get my ass corroded.
Diving for a meal.
Okay, Shark, let's take your target down. I catch air, they catch bullets. Hey, feeling the burn?
Here comes the boom.
Got a few of the maps, but they gotta be on the right edge. Another one down.
But what if I allow you to do some real damage?
He was immune to the effect that time.
Quinn, you saved my ass. And boom goes the cockatoo.
It's a funny gimmick, but
Yes! Incinerate them, Deadshot!
doesn't seem worth it.
He makes the shot from hang time. I got it, and I never lost it.
Now what do I get?
Just call me the pinball wizard.
Put him on blast, Deadshot.
Yeah, they're completely immune from the effects while they're trying to self-destruct.
You're a born and bred hunter.
That was the best use case for it,
Prey should be those who
and they made it, and they gave them immunity if they're about to self-destruct.
Don't let Lawton get you in his sights, warriors.
Been naughty or nice.
You're capable of such ferocity.
I didn't even need to add extra time for you.
What's up, Nava? You can yeet them off the mat with Boomer.
When this is over, we should formalize our working arrangement.
If you can do it, if you can't do it with Deadshot, I don't see how you could possibly do it with Boomer. Because Boomer and Deadshot both have pretty much the same range attack in terms of the same melee attack in terms of it being ranged. Because the problem is it yeets them, but it yeets them straight up into the air. It doesn't yeet them horizontally. It throws them vertically. So you can't. Maybe it did it before, but currently the restrictions that I'm seeing is that it doesn't yeet them horizontally, it yeets them vertically. Boomer's traversal juggles them. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about the melee piece
Fingerprints.
that sends brutes flying.
Your self-belief is
And here we go, we got the Metropolis bug. It was claimed that if you use the melee piece, it'll yeet the enemies. It'll yeet them off the map. But the only thing it's doing, in my experience, is knocking them straight up into the air. And it's only doing that if they're not about to self-destruct. If they're not about to explode. If they're doing the explosion, it doesn't work at all. So you're saying the melee piece triggers when Boomer does his traversal attack. Okay, let's test that out. Because we just tested out it as a melee piece, using it as a melee piece. And as a melee piece, it knocks them straight up into the air. It doesn't move them in a way that would knock them off the map. No, you catch the Bruce in air traversal. Then what are we talking about? Like everyone knows you can juggle enemies with his traversal attack. That's literally how he plays. You can. I have a whole build where I'm basically freezing time and constantly juggling enemies. We were talking about the traversal piece. We were talking about that melee piece in particular because it had a perk that says it sends brutes flying, and people were saying you can use that to knock brute enemies off the map. That's why I tested that. I know how Boomer's traversal attack works. I'm a Boomer main. I know I can just infinitely juggle enemies with Boomer's traversal spam. I have it spec'd out so that I'm always getting back squad ultimate. So I'm just freezing them. I could also put on king hits so that I could suspend them in the air. Yeah, like I know all the ways I can juggle with Boomer. The only thing we were testing was that particular melee piece. To see if it was worth using. Instead of the two-face predator, the two-face piece. Which doesn't seem worth it. I'm not being hostile. I'm just literally just telling you, like, we're talking about a completely different thing. Like, yeah, I had no idea what you're trying to get at. I literally don't care. I'm just testing stuff that people are suggesting. And it looked like you were either lost or just giving incorrect information. That's why I was trying to clarify what exactly you were talking about. What's the command for my boomer vid? ! Build. It's a chat. Let's keep it a buck. The way it's a chat, but that means it's a conversation. We were talking about something specific, and then you were responding to what I was saying with something that was not correct. And then when I tried to figure out what you were talking about, it turns out you were talking about something completely different. That was the misunderstanding. There wasn't just I was just talking about something just to share. No, we were talking about the melee piece. You said you could use it to yeet brutes off the map. I said, bet, let's test it. It didn't work. And then you said, no, you could do it with Boomer's traversal. I'm like what? And now you're clarifying that, oh no, you just meant you were doing something completely different. That was the confusion. It wasn't just you were just chatting. It was you were chatting about what I was talking about, but you were saying the completely wrong thing. and it was causing confusion. That's why I was like trying to figure out what you were referring to, because I'm like, what? What do you mean? The way the game is doing patches is it's literally doing patches like at this point it's literally doing patches like Avengers was.
Let's see what we're working with, Deadshot.
You said you can yeet them. You said you could yeet them off the map with Boomer in the context of me talking about a melee piece where people were saying you can use it to yeet people off the map. Do you see where the confusion was coming from? We were talking about a melee piece that yeets enemies off the map, allegedly. And then you said, "Oh well, Boomer can do it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like that's what that was the confusion. I was like, "Oh, okay." Does it apply? Then I asked you, does it? Because what happened was you should have clarified that first. But when I asked for a follow up, I said, "Oh, does the melee piece apply to his traversal?" That's what I asked you after that, and you didn't clarify yes or no. Because some pieces interact with different stuff. Like for example, Suicide Strike counts as a melee thing. That's why I was trying to figure out exactly what you were referencing. I thought you were talking about the thing that I was talking about. I didn't think you were just segueing to something completely different. while I was trying to figure out this one thing.
Give me that. Call it my secret Santa.
You had to drop issues for Shark. Yeah, I had to Twitch drop issues for both Shark and Boomer. I mean, and Deadshot. I'm probably gonna have them for Boomer too. I didn't try to get Harley. Honestly, I just didn't like Harley's Twitch drop skins. I just thought it looked weird, so I was like, I don't need it. We definitely need more gear space because I was spending way too much time sitting in here trying to be like, what do I gotta delete? There's always so much stuff to delete. and it's really annoying because the reason why it's like that is because you can't actually pick what you want to delete in the reward menu. If you can legitimately just pick what you wanted to delete from the mission rewards menu, it would make the inventory problem just disappear. Because if you know the pieces that you don't need, then you could just look at the menu and be like, oh, okay, I don't need any of this. You can just literally just look their words, be like, oh, nope, don't need it. All right, remove it. But because you can't remove it, you have to go through your loadout manually and find all the pieces individually in each different section, which is very annoying.
You've made being an annoyance.
Another win for Captain Boomerang!
Enemies, prepare for disassembly!
Good work saving my ammo, Boomer.
I feel like that one was delayed.
Another one to plan by yours truly.
I can't wait until they update the boot modifier. I'm be going crazy with harvesting and suicide strike builds.
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare. Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
Hello.
If I worked for Brainiac, I'd want a word with HR.
That's one.
But he don't skimp on the killing.
Here come the flash. So we got flash infused this round.
Your little trinkets grow tiresome hardness.
Senseless violence.
Yay.
Love it. Clean up Boomerang's target. That was easy. Give me something tough next time.
Clear the blast zone! Let us be together!
These other flash enemies aren't as bad right now.
Go the spoil, and the victor is
It's just when those brutes come. Then it starts getting annoying.
Boomerang, make the grade. Honestly, it's in the name.
a successful start to your hunt, Boomerang.
Bro,
That was easy. Give me something tough next time.
give me my grenades, damn it. Thank you. Ooh, the frame drops. Holy, look. Bro, look at those drop frames. Holy. That was way too much explosion. I thought my screen was about to explode.
Way to shoot, not.
Try not to die. We're not done yet.
All right, go to the flash brutes.
Floor hunting supplies.
He just ran from my traversal attack.
Boomerangs. Unpredictable tactics reach results.
Shoot you down.
Fair enough.
It's an honor to die by Kalu and arms.
That radius is crazy.
A captain's death.
I have way too much AoE.
I was gonna shoot your target anyway, Hal. I'm gifted.
If only Flash could see you now, Harkness. You mean something.
Do another one.
Your methods of slaughter are creative, Quinn. I'll give you that.
Boomerang called a target. I'm on it.
I accept your target choice, Boomerang. Prepare yourselves.
Now you see how a real
Stop running.
does it, eh? Boom.
Definitely can't eat him off the map.
An object lesson, units. Don't let the shark close the distance.
That's all for you.
Where are the humble?
I'm gifted.
Have something nice, hot, and fresh.
These flashing ends are so annoying. They super speed around the map.
Don't trip up soon enough.
And they can hit you from all the way up there.
Captain Boomerang.
And they really do not stay praised for long.
Your astonishing recklessness, Harley, will only get you so far.
Up high. Putting them down low.
Oh, no, you don't. No explosion for you, buddy.
He makes the shot from hang time.
All right, we got one.
Honestly, it's in the name. Giving Chaco a hand with his target.
38 down.
Always boomerangs. Your predictability will be your downfall, Harkness.
Who needs rooftops this night? Knock some battery juice out of ya.
They're coming.
Stop time again. No explosion for you, buddy.
Lock on the crossfire, Quinn.
Suicide strike doesn't work again. Suicide strike still doesn't work.
Win for Captain Boomerang.
Is he glitched? Yeah, he's glitched. He's frozen. 3 hits.
Later.
I can only shoot him. I can't do anything else.
Oh, better not target on an alien lawn.
Nothing looks better than a spin around my fingers.
5 more.
You first, Deadshot.
I'm the eye in the sky. Solid setup there, Boomer. That was easy. Give me something
One more.
tough next time.
Hey, we got him.
Sending you support, my warriors.
Wait, it didn't count?
Those insurgents.
The chargers did. I just killed a destroyer. That should have been 10 charges.
Gotcha, target.
Exactly as I had planned, and with time to spare.
And of course, the sniper shot me through the wall.
Back in one piece, too. You did well. So did I.
Podcast tonight. Yep, nothing is going on in particular. Jay is in town.
Attention, I've lowered the Prometheum shield to open the exit portal.
Last week we had Miller fill in.
No matter the earth, you're just petty thieves.
This week
And
Jay
I
is
will
back.
reclaim what's mine.
Shout out to Miller. That was a great show.
This is far more glamorous than
Always enjoy having him on.
You know what they say. If you can't beat 'em, trick 'em. Then jump 'em when they're looking the other way.
Fresh bodies for rent. Good.
So it looks like the Metropolis glitch happens about once every 3 to 4 incursion missions. For me, at least.
A score like this reminds you why you're in the villain bizzo.
Outside the science.
Turning off crossplay was discussed as a potential workaround, but that does not work for me. So hopefully they can fix that in the next update. Obviously, it's much worse to not be able to play at all, but at least I can play. I have to close app every 3 to 4 incursion runs before I can do it, before the glitch pops up. Unfortunate, but yeah. They still have some time, but yeah, this has definitely got to be fixed by season 1, or this might be cooked. I'm the only one covering the game. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get ready for the podcast. Let's raid Mr. Soldier Man, who's playing Suicide Squad right now. You can still get your drops. After show podcast, I'll be live tonight with Jay discussing this week in Suicide Squad and a bunch of other stuff. Should be fun. Let's raid. Let's see how many people we can get for this raid. 43, 55, 60, 62 for the Suicide Squad raid. That is a W raid. All right, 63 viewers for the raid. Give him a Durag Nation hello. I'm Sadot the Gamer signing out. If you want to see this build, exclamation mark, build in the chat for the boomer. I'm Sadot the Gamer signing out. See y'all tonight